Today's episode covers approvals of cheaper Chinese EVs for Canada, a new Toyota three-row SUV interior teaser, a California incentive aimed at first-time EV buyers, Tesla's sharp troubles in Europe, and Maruti Suzuki's record January domestic car sales, with Hyundai slipping behind Tata and Mahindra. Welcome back to Autonews Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. First up, China's more affordable electric vehicles have been approved for Canada's eligible list. Regulators have cleared a set of lower-cost models, which opens the door for those vehicles to be sold with access to incentives and to compete directly in a market that has been relatively insulated from value-priced Chinese EV entries. This change is likely to reshape pricing dynamics, pressuring other manufacturers to reassess their strategy on cost, range, and feature packages if they want to keep pace. The approval is significant because it signals a growing acceptance of Chinese-built EVs in Western markets beyond pilot programs and niche imports. For Canadian dealers and buyers, lower-priced Chinese EVs could expand the pool of mainstream electric models and alter the calculus for fleet purchasers and private buyers weighing total cost of ownership. Automakers already operating in Canada will need to watch how these new entrants position value versus established brands, and policymakers will be monitoring whether the influx affects incentive budgets, supply chains, and local market competition. Moving now to Toyota, the company has released a teaser of the interior for a forthcoming three-row SUV. The brief look focuses attention on how Toyota plans to package space, comfort, and technology for buyers who need more seating without sacrificing modern interior cues. Teasers like this help manufacturers set expectations and test consumer reaction ahead of full reveals. What's notable isn't just the look itself, but what Toyota's choice to tease signals about consumer priorities in the larger SUV segment. Three-row SUVs are increasingly important for families and fleet use, and interior design choices, from seating flexibility to storage solutions and infotainment placement, often drive purchase decisions. Toyota's teaser suggests the brand is aiming for a balance of durability and refinement, and the industry will be watching how the finished product stacks up against rivals that are also sharpening their three-row offerings. Next story, California is rolling out an EV incentive program targeted specifically at first-time buyers. The initiative is intended to lower the barrier to entry for people who haven't previously owned an electric vehicle, which could broaden the demographic of EV adopters and support longer-term market growth. Targeted incentives can help address upfront cost concerns and can play a role in accelerating adoption in communities or buyer segments that have lagged behind. Programs like this tend to have ripple effects. If successful, California's approach could be a model for other states or regions seeking to expand access to EVs among first-time buyers and lower-income households. The policy could also influence automaker strategies, prompting more attention to entry-level EV pricing, certified used EV programs, and financing or subscription models aimed at that buyer cohort. At the same time, the program's effectiveness will depend on coordination with charging infrastructure, outreach efforts, and clear eligibility rules so that incentives reach the intended recipients. Now let's turn to Tesla, where recent coverage describes a challenging picture in Europe with a steep decline projected for 2026. Reports suggest the company is struggling to find a floor in sales and market share in the European market amid intensifying competition, shifting consumer preferences, and regional regulatory pressures. For a brand that has led the EV transition in many markets, a deep downturn in Europe is both a strategic and reputational issue. The broader implications are important to consider. If Tesla's European sales are contracting sharply, it could accelerate consolidation in the EV field as competitors gain share and scale. European buyers have a wide and growing choice of models, and local manufacturers are aggressively pricing and tailoring vehicles to regional tastes and infrastructure. For investors and industry watchers, Tesla's trajectory in Europe will inform expectations about pricing strategies, product development cadence, and where the company focuses its investments going forward. Whether this downturn is cyclical or indicative of a longer-term shift will depend on how Tesla adapts its lineup, pricing, and customer experience in a complex, competitive market. If you enjoy this episode, please like and subscribe. It helps us keep bringing the news for you. Finally, our most popular story today, Maruti Suzuki has reported record domestic car sales for January, and the results reshuffled the competitive picture in the market. Despite Hyundai recording its best ever month, it still trailed behind Tata and Mahindra in the domestic standings, a notable development given Hyundai's long-standing strength in the market. Maruti's strong numbers reinforce its position as a market leader and point to sustained consumer demand in the region. There are a few angles to unpack here. First, Maruti's record month underscores the enduring strength of established volume players who have deep distribution networks and well-recognized product portfolios. Second, Hyundai's performance, while its best ever, indicates that growth is uneven across the market and that newer challengers like Tata and Mahindra are successfully translating product strategies into sales gains. These shifts reflect broader trends: value-driven buying, the impact of new models in critical segments, and the role of after-sales and network reach in sustaining volume. For manufacturers, the takeaway is that market leadership is never guaranteed. Brands that innovate on product features, pricing, and customer experience, especially in high-demand segments such as compact cars and SUVs, can change ranking quickly. For consumers, more competition generally means better choices and more aggressive offers. And for suppliers and dealers, these dynamics influence inventory planning, incentives, and staffing as they adapt to where buyers are moving. To wrap up, today's headlines point to a marketplace in motion. Approvals of lower-cost Chinese EVs for Canada could shift pricing and competition. Toyota's interior teaser highlights how automakers are refining family-focused SUV design. California's targeted incentive aims to bring new buyers into the EV fold. Tesla's troubles in Europe underline how competitive and regionalized the EV transition has become. And back in one of the world's largest automotive markets, Maruti Suzuki's record sales illustrate that local leaders still command significant influence. Thank you for listening, and see you tomorrow.